Welcome to LSU-Shreveport, everyone, home of the Shreveport Regional in the NAIA baseball tournament. We're joined today by LSUS head coach Brad Neffendorf. Coach, another hosting spot. Is it you starting to get into a rhythm here with hosting these?
More routine. You get used to it. Obviously, that's 2 back-to-back years ever since COVID. So, no, it's good. It's rewarding. It's good for the guys. You get to stick routine where we've played the majority of our games this year. So, I mean, obviously, we're looking forward to it.
You find at LSUS, guys who buy into the school as a whole are rewarded, and Josh Fortenberry is one of those guys, and he was rewarded with postseason accolades despite having some struggles off the field. Just talk about what he's meant to your program, especially during this stretch, not just this year, but over the last few years.
He's one of the greatest human beings you'll ever be around. He comes from a great family. They're unbelievably supportive. That guy will do anything that we ask him to, and I think if you looked at his transcript, he's working on a master's right now. He's never had anything but an A, and that includes classes that I don't even know what they are. They're that tough. Yes, he went through, a minor surgery this year. Well, actually not minor, but he had his elbow worked on. He'll be back next year again because of it. He still has semesters left. He has a year left. And even with all that, you wouldn't know that he went through it. He's still the same guy in the dugout, the same guy in the locker room, the same guy during practice. He'll do anything to help. Same with his family. That guy's going to be as successful as anybody ever could be with whatever he decides to do because of who he is, and he's a great one.
Ryan Major, what has he meant for this run? Conference Player of the Year, and a guy who's meant a ton to your program over the last few years.
It's tough to find true baseball players that fit all of the things that you look for. He plays unbelievably hard every day. He's as tough as it gets to get out in the box. He's put together an unbelievable career here, hitting, I think, a career around 440, 450. He's been unbelievable for us. He can flat out hit. He's one of the best pure hitters I've been around, one of the best pure baseball players. It would not surprise me if he continues to play after being done here, and obviously if he continues to keep doing this week that he's done all year, it'll put us in position because he really fuels us in that lineup.
We saw some of the best pitching in not just the NAIA, in all of college baseball, one of the best stretches of pitching maybe in NAIA history to throw up shutouts in 3 consecutive weekend series. This pitching staff, what can you say about them? Because they have been huge for you. There's a ton of depth there, and they've really guided you to where you are now.
Yeah, no, they have done a tremendous job, not only just with the stuff that they have. We have a lot of power, a lot of different, variations, a lot of different looks that we can give. We've gotten a number of them. I think 10 of them have had to start this year. We kind of did that at the last few weekends on purpose just in case we ran into something lengthy in a tournament. We threw really well for that last month. Obviously, we had the entire year, but we got to that conference tournament in that final day. I think we gave up more runs in 2 games than we had in the month prior combined. So it was good for us, though. Nobody likes to lose. Nobody likes to get beat like that. But, it was good for us after 1-25 in a row. And a lot of that, obviously all 3 phases from the offensive to the defense have done a great job all year, but the pitching was a major part of that. It was good for us to go through some of that before this week, work out some of the kinks. But done a really good job, and hopefully we can keep it going this week. But I think, that's one thing, especially if we got into a lengthy tournament or any sort of delays where we got to run a different arm back out there because of weather. We have some different guys that we can throw out there that will all of us give us a chance.
Getting into the regional, what can fans expect from the 5 teams that are here in Shreveport this week?
Very different looks. McPherson, the 2 seed, is very offensive. They made 3 straight regionals. Morningside, this is their first in, but they've got some big wins this year, and their metrics have put them in position to be a 3 seed. Obviously, Mid-Am, they won a regional last year, taking out Oklahoma City at their place, who only, I think, had 3 losses going in. They were in the World Series. They returned, some key players on both sides of the ball from that. And then Dillard obviously has put it on here late in their first year and won their conference tournament. So you're going to get a different variety, a different look from every team. There's a lot of different things about them, but I think it'll be a very good competitive regional.